Hey, what's going on, YouTube? This is Mike here. We're going to talk some NFL free agency. FYI, I'm not feeling that great at all. I got my second COVID vaccine and I'm really, really under the weather, but it's free agency and I'm here to talk to the subscriber base and let's talk about what's going on. And we're going to go ahead and get at it. It's impromptu. I generally don't go live during the week, but it's free agency. And yeah, let's get at it, man. Let's talk. So you guys run it. What's going on, Detroit Rage? Welcome, man, to the live stream. Let's get at it, man. What do you guys hear? What's up, man? How do you feel overall today? Like a grade? How do I feel? Free agency. I feel fine. I'm perfectly fine with what they did. I don't expect anything. Is like I said, it was more the B thing going on here. What's going on, Chase? What's going on, Christian? What's going on, Kevin? Personally, I don't feel good. I got my second COVID vaccine. I'm sick. But guess what? You got to grind. You got to talk. So, Harold, what's going on? Let's get at it, man. The Joe Dahl cut was interesting for sure. I like it. I didn't look, I thought he was one of the weakest. Yeah, man, a Romeo signing. I thought Joe Dahl was the weakest link on the offensive line, and I wanted them to kind of build that out a little bit. Yes, Romeo Okwara, I like the signing. What is it, about $13 million a year? Not bad at all. I thought he would get much more than that. What's going on, Sheldon? Slap happy. Hope you feel better, dude. Who else do you think the Lions should sign? Look, man, I think we're going to get B-rated guys. This is kind of what I've been talking about for a while now. Yeah, I know the Pats are going crazy. They are going crazy. No doubt about it. They're in win now mandate right now. And so they're doing that. Yeah, but good price. I thought he would get 15 to 16 million on the open market. So we're getting him approximately 13 million a year. I like that. That's very good. Considering the fact he netted 10 sacks. I like it, man. Semper Fi from D-Town. Hey, Hua, because I'm in the Army there. He was a steal for Detroit. It was. I didn't expect it. That was definitely something I wasn't expecting. Just brick and mortar guys 100% when it comes to the Lions free agents. I know a lot of people like, come on, let's get all the biggest free agents in the world. Folks, that's not how this team's going to be built. It's going to be built through the draft and have complement pieces via NFL free agency. I'm going to send this link out just to my fellas if they want to join in. So I'll get that in there. Let me tweet all this stuff out, man. And we're gonna have some fun, man. Just talk some free agency here, and get at it here. So we got, let's see. Brad Holmes wouldn't spend much, but Okwara is a good player and wants to be a Lion. Glad he's back in the Motor City. Yeah, but absolutely. So when it comes to looking at what Brad Holmes did here, again, Okwara is a young guy, and it's important if you're going to do free agency, you're going to get NFL players, is to be doing it. It's doing it to young guys, and so I'm perfectly fine with, as long as the deal's good. I'm not trying to get anything that's a big time deal at all. I want to get the lower deals. Let's see. All Kenny cares about is dollar signs. My expectations was low for free agency, so I'm not mad. It's going to take some time. 100%. My expectations was extremely low, and I wasn't expecting a whole lot. Let me send this link out to everybody else really quick, and we can really get this thing rolling. This is completely impromptu. I'm not feeling great at all. So let me just get this stuff out really quick, and we'll get at it. We'll get at it. Let me get this off. Now we on here. Okay, so got to get players, and the sheep wants to play. Hey, James Yoder, man, I'm not feeling good at all. I'm really not feeling good. But you got to grind. I appreciate you coming in. I got to get you on OPP one of these days or whenever. Make sure you subscribe to Michigan with James Yoder there. He does all Michigan stuff. Mike, can you give us some more free agents you'd want the Lions to get? B-rated free agents, folks. B-rated, so not starters. I would love to get Corey Davis, wide receiver from the Tennessee Titans. I think that would be the only legitimate starter. I think I'd like the Lions to go ahead and get. I think, man, he's a beast. He's a big body. I think Jared Goff would do well with him. Tyrell Williams on the other side stretch in the field. And I think that would be a quality player. Maybe get a veteran safety in the back. I know they're going for John Johnson, and we struck out there. With that said, I really do believe you build through the draft. Didn't have to get the vaccine on you, bro. Look, I have to get it, man. I work in the medical field. Kenny deserves to get paid for his production. No joke. He should definitely deserve to get paid, and he's going to get paid. With that said, he's not going to get the money from the Detroit Lions. We are in a rebuild mode, and I think it's vital to understand the concept of rebuild. That's just not something the Lions can afford right now. Oh, yeah, I'm not feeling good at all. I had to take a nap. Let's see. Get well, buddy. No fun being sick. Yeah, it's like I'm losing. It's crazy because it's like I'm losing my brain. I can't think. If we pick Lance at 7, what kind of trade do you think we can get for him? If Lance is there at 7, you can get a first-round draft pick next year, depending what team. Now, let's see if it's from the Washington football team. They're at 19. You're going to get next year's first-round draft pick, a third-round draft pick this year, and possibly a 5th-round draft pick and maybe something more. Lance could possibly go earlier in the draft. He had a very good pro day, and it's very possible he can be gone within the top 5 pick. Your show is dope. Get better. Hey, I appreciate you. No doubt about it, man. Troy, I am a big fan. Well, I'm a big fan of you, Troy. Hey, I appreciate everyone coming out. No doubt about it. Your videos are great. You're always doing a great job, man. So much info. Hey, that's what I got to do. I got to drop the information. It's vital. This is what I've been preparing my fan base for. The Lions to have a very slow free agency period. I want to make sure that everybody understands it's vital to go by with the amount of money you have. We don't have the money. Plus, we are in a rebuild mode. So those two together equals not going big in free agency. But let's talk about big, what's going to take place. You have Jarrad Davis leaves the Detroit Lions, a 1-year deal with the New York Jets. What are you going to get? Probably going to get a compensatory pick. May not be a high one. Maybe it's a 7th or a 6th, but it's still a draft pick. Jamal Agnew, 3-year deal with the Jacksonville Jaguars. You're going to get a compensatory draft pick probably for him. You're looking at it, right? And same with Kenny Gallaudet. You're probably going to get a 3rd-round draft pick. That's going to be 3 extra draft picks sitting right there for next season. You already got 8. That would be 11. That's amazing. We've not had a compensatory draft pick in 5 years. It's vital you build through the draft, and this is what Brad Holmes has done with his time with the Los Angeles Rams. He built through the draft, and this is what we're going to be doing here. So let's not be too down the fact that we're not signing everybody, okay? Just look at you got to look at what they're doing here, and they're trying to build something, and you build with draft picks. And right now we have 6 this year, but we're looking at approximately 11 right now next year. Oh, he signed with the Jets. Well, hey, that's a good signing for the Jets. That was my number 1 guy, no doubt about it. But if he went with the Jets, whoever the quarterback's going to be there, Sam Darnold, or it could be Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, whatever, but they got a good guy there. Thank you so much, Troy. You're awesome. We will sign one more player, I think. Well, we're going to sign players. It's going to be B-list players, though. It's going to be guys that are, the Jalen Reeves-Mabins of the world. We signed him to a 1-year deal. But what's better is the guys that we didn't sign. Again, Christian Jones, not a linebacker of the Detroit Lions. Great news for us. Okay, we don't like Christian Jones. Jarrad Davis, he's not the linebacker for the Lions anymore. That's important. We have to rebuild this linebacking core. We have to rebuild this defensive core, the defensive line. This defense was bad, and so addition by subtraction, in my opinion. Maybe some people wanted to have Jarrad Davis here. I did not. Should we get Casey Hayward? It depends on the contract. It all depends. Good, we're signing Romeo and losing Agnew, Dahl, and Davis. Yeah, the Dahl one was a little surprising. With that said, I'm happily surprised. Again, he was the net negative upon this offensive line. And when you have something that's a negative, you can then acquire and get better talent for that position. Say we decided to stay at 7 and Rashawn Slater, the offensive lineman's there, and or Penei Sewell. You throw him to one of the sides, Vati inside or Stenberg. That offensive line is sick. Do you think we're going to be picking any veterans in free agency? Absolutely. We're going to be doing a lot of one-year deals. Cool, man. In my opinion, we're going to be doing a lot of one-year deals, just like we did with Tyrell Williams. And no doubt about it, that's what we're going to see. We're not going to see long-term contracts with older people. Now, if they're veterans of 25 years old, 26 years old, I could see a 3-year, 4-year deal. But they're not going to be old. We're not going to do big-time deals for older veterans. Look, Trey Lance is Jalen Hurts. I think Trey Lance is way better than Jalen Hurts. You call it how it is and doesn't BS it. That's 100%, Hugh. That's 100%. I call it like it is, and that's just the way that I see it. I will go to bed when I'm dead, I guess. In your opinion, not mine. Let's see. Bevel must really have liked what he saw from Agnew and vowed for him. Yeah, but do you want to know what? I'm happy that Agnew is not here. I think that we need to get a legitimate. I was never high on Agnew, and I'm happy he's a Jacksonville Jaguar. I think Lance is much better than Hurts. Yeah, he is much better than Hurts. He's bigger than Jalen Hurts, and I'm talking size, and his arm is much more deep threat than Jalen Hurts. I think he has a very high ceiling. He is a little bit raw, no doubt about it. But if you watch the pro day, you've seen what you can get from him. And his arm is giant. Yeah, he missed a couple throws here and there. Sit him behind Jared Goff if they wanted to go that route. You're pretty good. Yes, I believe in him. I think, let's see under here. Undrafted free agents. Yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of undrafted free agents. And you can find diamonds in the rough via undrafted free agent. We've seen it with Robinson with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Good running back. Hey, undrafted, no doubt about it. Bo Scarborough, yeah, he's a second-round draft pick, but when he was with the Lions, he did decent. We look at Hunter Bryant, the tight end. He's probably going to be our third tight end here for the Detroit Lions, undrafted. Bo Benshaw, he's probably going to be elevated to a backup role, undrafted. I am eating hot chips because hot chips are delicious. Great comment. Comment of the day. Let's see. Good call, Mike. Do you think that Goff will be better or worse than the new team in the new start? Depends how we utilize Goff. First off, he's going to be healthy, so that's a positive. With that said, right now we don't have a whole lot of weapons for him. Okay, what did Goff do when he was with the Los Angeles Rams? What did he do well? I'm going to tell you what he did well. He did well by play action pass because they had a fantastic running game when Todd Gurley was the MVP caliber type of player. So what the Lions need to do is build upon that offensive line, have a stout running game, play action pass, and probably have to get another wide receiver. Now, they're probably going to get one in the draft. They're again, Corey Williams off the market. We don't have Kenny Gallaudet. And, it's going to be one of those things. Yes, Corey Davis is a Jet. Good pickup for him. Who can the Lions sign in free agency now with John Johnson off the table? There's plenty of quality players for Lions to get regarding the defense. Okay, in my opinion, what I've been saying so far when it comes to safety position, I think that we need to draft a safety. We have 2 third-round draft picks. I think the Lions should draft a safety. I think that could help out. Now they could get a stopgap, a 1-year deal veteran safety, maybe from the Minnesota Vikings, something like that. Very possible. With that said, I think they need to draft that. Okay, when it comes to the linebacking core, I think we need to draft our starters. I know that doesn't sound great. With that said, I truly believe that's the way it probably should be. So you're going to get stopgaps. That's it. I've been saying this for months now that we're going to be B-rated free agency, and that's just the bottom line because we don't have the money. We do not have the money to sign these big guys. Romeo Okwara's contract was a very good contract because it was not that much, $13 million approximately a year. That's something you can afford. More Wigger, Javon Holland. Trayvon, I got a video coming out about Lions' potential picks with their first draft pick in the first round. More wigs on that list. Highly unlikely, though, in my opinion, that they're going to go safety, obviously, in the first round. Javon Holland, I would love to get Javon Holland in the third round. That is a guy who I feel like the Lions could very well target. Been very high on him for a year now. I've been talking about him, and I think he could be a nice young addition to that safety core. How old am I? I'm 35 years old. Goff is more athletic than given credit for. He is very good outside the pocket as well as play action pass. Yes, D-Town, play action pass. That is extremely important for Jared Goff. Why is that important? Because he needs that ability for somebody to run, and it gives him in the pocket a few more seconds. Sometimes he just needs a few more seconds here, and he can scramble outside the pocket and make a throw. He didn't have the great offensive line also when he was with the Los Angeles Rams. I'm not talking about just last year. I'm talking about the previous years. He wouldn't have time in the pocket. And if you watch the film, this dude was getting hit all the time, and it was crazy. It was crazy to see that. I'm 49. Hope we see more Julian this year potential. Absolutely. Julian, he's got to come out and work hard. We need him to, no doubt about it. Thanks for grinding, Mike. Get well. Yeah, it's rough. I'm right now. I'm running a temperature. I don't feel good at all. But guess what? Free agency sleeps on no one. With Jarrad Davis leaving, how many players have the Lions drafted in the first round that are still here? Okudah and Hawkinson. Frank Ragnow is still here. He was a first-round draft pick. He's still here. He's going to be here for a long time. Very good player. I like the Rams helmets because they look cool. What happened with John Johnson? He took the money with the Cleveland Browns, Lisa. You got her. Hey, you're going to get paid more. You're probably going to go to the team that pays you the most, and that's what happened with John Johnson, and so he is going to be a Cleveland Brown. I want Lance or Wilson if he falls, not Chase and or Smith. Let me get these questions up here. So I'm going to put them up here. So you guys got questions. I have answers. This is impromptu. I thank for everyone coming out completely, off the cusp. I want Lance or Wilson. I think Zach Wilson's going to be the second quarterback taken off the board. I would love to have Lance. Man, I've seen a lot of, like, when you've seen him, you've seen why that he's so coveted with his big arm ability. And I think that's absolutely stunning if they can get a quarterback of him. With that said, I don't know if he's going to be there at the 7th pick. What's going on, Don Stradamus, man? Hey, no problem, Kenneth. Hey, that's what it's all about. So I'm running temperature. Yeah, I'm going to be – I took a nap. I'm feeling a little bit better right now, but I'm sure it comes back up. Goff's best ability is his pinpoint accuracy. Yeah, look, he does have decent accuracy. He's got to stand in the pocket a little bit more. I think he's going to have a better offensive line here in Detroit. The issue is, what weapons is he going to have? We need to draft a wide receiver. There's no doubt about it at this point. The Lions going to have to get him a weapon. I hope we sign Josh Reynolds. Good cheap option. Yeah, Josh Reynolds very well could be an option the Lions get as a wide receiver. I don't think that he's a number one guy. I think he's another complement piece. But he would be a cheaper complement piece for the Lions, and then you can go ahead and draft a wide receiver. And when I say draft wide receiver, I want to make it clear. It doesn't mean that they're drafting with the first pick in the draft or the first 7th round, the first round draft pick. Sorry. Okwara Bro's going to be a great duo. Yeah, I hope so. We want to see more from Julian Okwara, injured last year. He needs to be on the field. Period. What's going on, Go Lions? Hey, appreciate you stopping in, talking some Detroit Lions. We need our rookies from last year to step up. You know who else we need to step up? We need Bryant to step up. Defensive end there. He's got to step up. This is his he needs to step up this year and really show what he's got. You got to have Bryant in there. You got to have Julian in there. Trey Flowers has got to stay healthy. And Romeo has got to continue to produce like he did last year. Thoughts on Chase and Smith? I like them. I like Chase the most. I like Chase, Jalen Waddle, and then Smith. Why do I do this order? I think Chase has a bigger frame, more muscle around him. Waddle is a little bit bigger frame, and I'm worried about Smith's frame. He's 6'1", 175. That's a toothpick. If he can gain more weight, that would be nice. He does have blazing ability, but I like it in that order. Rashawn Slater at 7 or Rashawn Bateman in the second round if he's available. Rashawn Bateman's a fantastic wide receiver. I call him Master Bateman. He's very good. Rashawn Slater would be a great pick at 7. I think we could still trade back, though. I really do believe, folks, if I'm going to be doing a predict-o-meter here, I predict the Lions will trade back from 7. I don't believe the Lions pick at 7. Who will go to the Super Bowl to pick 2 teams? I pick a repeat. Chiefs, and I picked the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Deshaun Hand, too. Yes, he's got to step up, and he's young, still on a rookie deal. He's got to step up. If he can, it'd be great, but there's all these players. And I think with the new scheme, too, with Aaron Glenn as our defensive coordinator, folks, I really do believe he's going to put these players in better positions to succeed. So just having him in that position is going to make the overall defense much better. Should we trade down? If there's a good deal, yes, absolutely. 100%. I am with trade down mode. You build through the draft. I have preached this philosophy since the first day I've been on YouTube, and I'm going to preach it to the day I'm not on YouTube, and that is build through the draft, and that's how you build your football team, and you got to do it that way. And if you turn around and trade back, you acquire more draft picks. Yes, he needs to contribute. Yeah, we need to trade back. Who do you think the Lions will pick? Well, in my last mock draft, and I'm sticking to it right now, I have the Lions trading back to 19, picking up next year's Washington football team's first-round draft pick, and I have the Lions in my mock draft taking my Owusu-Koramoah, the linebacker out of Notre Dame. What about a linebacker? That's who I have them going, Jay Jacobs. I have them drafting a linebacker. Trey Lance at 7. Trey Lance is a great great quarterback. If he's there, I would definitely consider taking him. I just don't believe he's going to be there. I think you have to trade up. Let me get my friend. Okay, appreciate you. Let's see. Bryant, Flowers, Harris, Dahl, Stenberg, Hand, and tight end from you. Yeah, they got a Stenberg's got a. I'm really excited to see what Stenberg can do. I think he has an ample opportunity this year to be a starter. Unless they turn around and they draft a lineman, I think he has ample opportunity. And I want to see Stenberg because he's nasty. I think he fits perfectly with Dan Campbell. Stenberg is a nasty offensive lineman. It seems like a perfect fit, the punch you in the mouth type of guy. Biting off kneecaps, they seem to get together. I live out west. Goff is sort of a less mobile Dak. Can be good, a lot of weapons. He tends to be pretty good between the numbers. His toughness is underrated, though. Definitely. And he is tough. The guy had surgery. 1 week later, he was playing. That's pretty tough, if you ask me. If I miss your question, don't hate on me, folks. It's going fairly quickly, and so just simply repost it. I think we need to draft a wide receiver in the first round. That'd be a big mistake unless there's a great deal. I don't think it had. Look, this wide receiver depth is extreme, or the depth at wide receiver in this draft is extremely, extremely good. You got Rondale Moore, okay? You got Bateman. There's a lot of really good wide receivers out there. So if they don't take one in the first round, it's really not bad. I mean, these wide receivers it's like last year's wide receiver depth. I wonder what prizes compensation line should get with our first round draft pick. What about linebackers? Ton of linebackers out there. Nick Bolton, okay, Jabril Cox, Xavier Collins, Micah Parsons, Owusu-Koramoah. I like him. He's a little undersized, but I like him. There's a ton of linebackers in the draft. Let's see. That's a good pick. Yes. Did we re-sign Prater or Muleback? Not right now, but don't worry. Muleback's definitely going to be back. We all know that. I'm sure Prater will be as well. That's it. Linebacker at 19. Yes. I want to stay at 7 and take the best talent available. If there is a great player, they take it, Ellen Bros. Will Hunter Bryant ever play? Yeah, I give Hunter Bryant is our number 3 tight end right now. I don't think we're going to draft a tight end. We signed the tight end from the New Orleans Saints, and we got Hunter Bryant and obviously TJ. I think that will be our 3 tight ends. Salute to you, feeling down, but I'm still doing talk. Detroit strong, got to pay the bills. And yeah, I'm not feeling great. And It just got to do it. Let's see. So, Mike, would you want us to trade down instead of drafting Trey Lance? Depends on the package. If they offer me a giant package, I'll trade back. If the package's not giant, I'm taking Trey Lance. I think Trey Lance is a game changer. Talk to him, Micro. No wide receiver at 7. Yeah, I see us trading back. If that's the best player available, you take the best player available. But I think that they're going to trade back. I think this wide receiver core is extremely big in depth. Tons of wide receivers would waste a first round on them this year. And who knows what they're going to do, but I do. What's up, Mike? I think the last year they won't trade back. The Lions take Chase at 7. That's if Chase is there. I don't believe now the Philadelphia Eagles are going to take a quarterback. In my opinion, they're going to go Kyle Pitts or a wide receiver. So if that's the case, he could be gone by then. But they could definitely go Kyle Pitts. Trade down for Owusu-Koramoah, Elijah Moore, and Javon Holland. Yeah, man, that would be a sick, ridiculous 1-2-3 right there. It would be. Do you think we wait to go quarterback and build the defense, or if Wilson or Lance is still there, do we take him? I think if Trey Lance is there, they could definitely take him. I think Zach Wilson's the number 2 quarterback. Can you say bad words before? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Let's see. If Lance is there at 7, we don't take him. I will lose my S. It's possible. We need defense bad. Did y'all forget the offense will be fine? First, third will be on defense. I think the offense is going to have issues, though, because, again, our Amendola's not there. Marvin Jones Jr. is not there. Kenny Galladay's not there. They do got to get some wide receivers, but I do believe we're going to be a run team. It's something that we haven't seen some time. I think we're going to run the football a lot more than we used to. Rashawn Slater over Lance. Slater's a beast. I'm not sure. That would be a tough decision. Devonta Smith because Kenny Gallaudet isn't coming back. We'll see, man. I think I'm afraid of his size. I really am. What's going on, PC? Welcome, bro. We need playmakers next year. Will be big for us as a team. We need to build the defense is what I think we really need to do. I think we need to get interior defensive linemen, a defensive tackle. I think we need to get a couple linebackers. Right now, you're looking at Jamie Collins and Jalen Reeves-Maybin as your starter. I still want to get linebackers there. I think folks, we need help. We need help in that linebacking core, no doubt about it. I would definitely draft Rashawn Slater over Trey Lance. Let me see in the comment section, folks. Would you guys take Trey Lance or Rashawn Slater? Let me know. Slater for S, Trey for Trey Lance. And if you haven't hit that like button, I have no idea how many likes there are. This is so impromptu. I'm completely out of the mix. Let me see. Hit that like button, folks. Why? You seen that guy that come in here, James Yoder? That's the guy from Chat Sports. He wants me to do good here. They monitor my stuff. I got to make sure I'm high speed for them or I'm low drags. Let's see how many got. We got 37 likes with 94 people in the building. Let's get those likes up, folks. Come on. Let's get to at least 100 today. Trey Lance, we got Slater, Trey, Slater. So Big D 73. Feel better. I appreciate you, man. So this is a lot of Slaters in there. Okay. I like it. A lot of Slaters in there. Hey, Troy, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you hitting that like button for me. We don't have enough film on Lance. He scares me. We would have something now. We would have another Jordan Love. I think he's much better than Jordan Love. I think he's much his if you watch him throw, he's got that power when he throws the football. His speed as a Matthew Stafford in 2009. He's got that arm strength. He can throw the deep ball really, really good. Like it's nothing. He's calm in the pocket and he's got good legs. He's just raw right now. So I think he could be a guy, if you sit down, he could be the future franchise going forward. They may not go that route, but I think he's much better than Jordan Love. Can Julian Okwara play outside linebacker for us? Yes, absolutely. He was a hybrid type of player coming out, so he can. And I see that him doing that. He does drop back. I don't see us as a top pick for quarterback next year. I think the Lions, It just depends how this goes, but I think it's very possible the Lions could be definitely a top 5 draft pick. I don't know. We'll see. It's crazy to see, but right now, we're definitely in transition mode. I'm going to grab some hot chips. I'm going to grab them right now. Ideal trade back. Grab Slater, linebacker from Michigan. Yeah, look, I'm all in for trenches and linebackers. You know what? I wouldn't even mind either is Christian Barmore if they traded back and they got Christian Barmore, the interior defensive lineman for Alabama. Dang, that would be good. Hope you feel better. Hey, I will. It's just the second COVID vaccine. It makes you feel like garbage, so I'll feel better within about 24 hours. Just run the temperature, and it's like my train of thought. Like I can't think. Like I'm slurring a little bit when I speak, and my hands are fidgety. Like I can't. Like it's a weird feeling. But they need to trade back for sure. Nah, Mike, he'd be better. We need someone there who's going to help us now instead of sitting. Trey Lance 2019 season was his best. Yeah, because he only played one game last year. So in a weird COVID year. Trade back, best quarterback. Let's see. You think we take Parsons? Honestly, I don't believe we're going to take Parsons. I don't think so. Why do I think that? I think we're trading back. And I'm telling you, right, like in my mock draft, I just got this gut feeling. Now, it definitely could be off, but Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, if we trade back, I think the Lions would like him. I think he can play linebacker. He's small enough to even play safety. He's very fast. He's got great instincts. He just needs to put on a little bit of weight, but I would look for him. I feel like we're trading back. And I'm watching what this free agency is taking place. We released 2 linebackers. Okay, Jarrad Davis, Christian Jones. I think the Lions going to get a linebacker fairly high in this draft. And it could be maybe they don't take a linebacker with that first pick, but I think with the first 2 picks, you're seeing linebackers coming off the board. Slater could play multiple positions. I do like Slater. I'd like Slater and Penei Sewell. Trey, only a wasted pick. I don't think it'd be a wasted pick. This is a rebuild, folks. It's going to take a little bit of time. Now, if Trey Lance got a great future for him and they decided to go that route, they could. What do they think about Jared Goff? That is a thing they got to understand as well. What is Jared Goff? What do they believe in him? I think they believe in a little bit of him, but again, when it comes to Jared Goff, the Lions tried to initially trade for their great defensive tackle there out of the Los Angeles Rams, Aaron Donald, and it wasn't initially Jared Goff. Plus, they tried to trade with the Carolina Panthers. So we'll see, but they very well could not take a quarterback. And, if they think that they're going to be bad next year, take a quarterback then. I see them going quarterback next year, work on defense and linebacker. I believe in defense. I believe they got to go defense. If we trade back, I like Xavier Collins. I like Xavier Collins too. I love Xavier Collins. I think Xavier Collins would be a really good linebacker for the Lions. Ton of linebackers that are like rated very close to each other. Very close. A lot of second round and third round linebackers that could be quality picks for the Lions. And very well. But if they trade back, there's a very good linebacker named Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah available. And if he's gone, Christian Barmore would be a good pick. Lance is a dreamer. Reminds me of Russell Wilson. Yeah, he's a giant, though. He's not a small guy. We need a safety. No, that's facts. Round TV. I've been talking about this for a while. I've been talking about getting a safety for a while. I think it's vital that we get a safety. Deron Harmon's not back. Harris is garbage. And Tracy Walker had a down year. So we need to get safety. No doubt about it. They could address it again, getting a veteran. But even if they get a veteran, I still think they draft one. So, again, I've talked about Javon Holland. There's been a couple of guys like year after year I talk about. Last year I talked about DeAndre Swift. I felt like they're going to get him. The year before that, I thought Amani Oruwariye was going to be the guy. I said Amari Oruwariye, Bo Ben Schwa, and TJ Hawkinson. And so this year is Javon Holland, and I'm feeling like Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Xavier Collins. Holland in the second round. I think we'll get him you can get him in the third round. Yo, Micro Mike, what's good? What's going on, Looney Tunes? Appreciate you stopping in, man. For the last 3 years, we wanted the Lions to trade back. They took TJ Hockenson, Okudah. I'm not thinking we trade back. Yeah, that was with a different regime, though. C-Dub. Different regime, didn't trade back. I think this year's different. Why do I think it's different? Because we got six draft picks. And this team and Brad Holmes is known for picking up players in the mid-round, so I could see us trading back. Confident in Holmes to knock it out of the draft. I'm confident that very much confident. I am confident. Go Lions. Yeah, appreciate you. What's going on, West Coast? We have to get safety, man, that can come up and hit and make plays on the ball. I am 100% with you, bro. I want a hard-hitting safety, but I want a hard-hitting all players. We miss out on John Johnson. Went to the Browns. I wouldn't say miss out. Every time that we don't pick a high-priced player in free agency and a player like ours leaves our team, gets a big contract, it means we're probably going to get a conditional draft pick next year. And right now, we have 3 players. 2 of them so far has got pretty big contracts, and third is about to get a big contract. That would be 3 conditional draft picks for next year. Don't put too much stock in free agency. Free agency, you can have teams that spend all the money in the world in free agency, and it never works out. Like we've seen it year after year after year. So I put more stock in the NFL draft and complement via free agency. Don't forget to hit that like button. Yeah, appreciate you. We got 61 likes and 104 in the building. There were other teams that was trying to get him, just not for Detroit, and they spent more money. They got more money than we do. Who are our best defensive tackles? I think Sheldon right now is our best defensive tackle. I think Nick Williams is probably going to get released. I'd look for Nick Williams, Chase Daniel to get released. Those are the 2 next guys, or if they can actually trade Chase Daniel, that would be amazing. But I would look for that coming up forward. Did you hear about rumors we're interested in getting a running back? Yes, I did, Looney. That's why I made that video. 10 running backs the Detroit Lions could look to get. So if you want to see possible running backs, go look at that. But yeah, I think they're definitely probably going to get a running back in free agency. Why? Because running backs are cheaper in free agency. Safety is a sure big void, 100%. Cough Eagles. Hey, super chat from Travis Doyley. Appreciate you, Travis Doyley. He's a member of mine as well. Appreciate you. Sorry, fellas, that I'm really not feeling that great today. I'm not motivated like usual, and I may be screwing up words a little bit, but I got my second COVID vaccine, so you got to bear with me today, and I am really running the temperature. Okwara brothers becoming the best edge duo in the league. One can only hope. One can only hope. I like Romeo. I think he's going to do great. Julian, the injury concerns me because he was injured in college as well, not just the Lions. I really think we really be the next Rams. It's going to take some time, but we could in a couple years. With all the draft capital we're going to get, we could. It's just going to take some time. Throwback, hard-hitting, knee-biting football. That's what I want, West Coast Steve-O. Throwback, hitting, punch you in the mouth, NFL, Detroit Lions, black and blue division football. I've said this a trillion times, and I'm sure y'all get tired of it. The Lions have been a finesse team for years. It is time to move away from finesse and become a power team, or you punch in the mouth. I know James Yoder, he hates Harbaugh because he's the Michigan coach, but Harbaugh, when he was with the 49ers, made that team a physical football team. That's what I like. Hope so, Travis. What about corner? Yeah, a corner is a need, very much so. I don't think they're going to go corner early in the draft. I'd look for 5th round. Right, I think they could do another 5th round cornerback, and they'll probably sign one in free agency, a 1-year deal, for sure. I think that's what you're going to see there. I don't see us spending big money though. I'm so excited to see Okwaros. I am too, man. And you know what? I think Romeo he took a little bit less. I'm sure he could have got more from another team to stay with his brother. So shout out to Okwara. Still shocked it was only 3 years, $39 million. What do we do at corner? again, we're probably going to draft one, I would say, in the 5th round, around there. Maybe we pick up more draft picks by trading back 5th or 6th round. No doubt about it. That's kind of the way I'd go. And get a guy in a 1-year deal, a veteran, to help complement. I think we good at corner. I think we need depth. Look, I like Mike Ford. I think he's a good piece for the Lions and depth-wise, but I don't think he's a starter. Hey, 05 4D TV, I appreciate you. God bless, man. Everyone out there, God bless. You like the videos. Should the Lions look to sign or draft a safety? I would look to draft a safety, the guy, and I would look to get a 1-year deal for a safety. I like Daryl Roberts. I know that was a cornerback. Safety. For a cornerback, I like Daryl Roberts for like a 1-year deal. When it comes to safety, a 1-year deal, okay, for a okay price, maybe $5 million, and then I want to draft our legitimate guy. Okay, that's what I want to get. I think you can get one in the draft. Could we sign Earl Thomas? You could. I don't think it's going to happen, though. We need a slot corner, though. Yeah, Daryl Roberts, Looney Tune. I think Daryl Roberts would be a very good piece. He's going to be cheap. He played for Justin Coleman last year, and he did really good with a bad defensive coordinator and defense. So I think they could do that route. And he would be a decent slot corner. Run the ball, play defense. Goff can manage the game. Yes, run the football. Thank God. Run the football. No doubt about it. Oh, another. I didn't even see this super chat by Travis Doyley. I'm off. Should the Lions look to sign or draft a safety? Like I said, when I was answering that question before, both. I am super proud of having Chris Spielman and Barry Sanders in the mix, West Coast. Chris Spielman, very much a good piece here, and I think he understands that you got to build a culture. You got to build through the draft, and you got to get players that are young. I think if you're looking at the players that we're getting, they're young, and that's vital because we can't have an old roster when you're doing a rebuild, retool. It's the time to become hard-nosed team that runs the ball and gets after the quarterback. Eric, 100%. 100%. Fully agree. Do you think we get Richard Sherman for a 1-year deal? I do not believe so. If I'm going to predict where Richard Sherman goes, look for the Las Vegas Raiders. Sheila is doing better so far. Sheila is the best owners we've had so far, no doubt about it. That's hashtag facts. Lions might get another punt return since Agnew gone. Yeah, they could do that. They could get a speed guy in the draft as well. Maybe they get a corner, right, in the 5th or 6th round that's also did kick returns. They could do something like that. Our safeties are serviceable. It's the defensive line and linebackers that need. Yeah, defensive line is a must right now. It is garbage, and linebacking core is garbage. So they get that. We can get some help. Drafting is the cheapest way to build a team. It is the cheapest and smartest way to build a football team. It is the best way. Kenny G, Marvin Jones Jr., Johnny Manziel Football League, wherever it's called. Do you think we release Shelton? That's questionable. I'm 50-50 on that. I think that they could keep him because he's not bad. But I could see them releasing them too. So that's 50-50. On Shelton. I think they do release Nick Williams, and I appreciate his awesomeness on Twitter. He'll talk to you, but I think that the Lions probably release him. So I'd look, again, I said that before, look for Nick Williams and Chase Daniel. Malcolm Brown still available? Yes, Melamo. Unless he's been taken since I've been streaming, before I stream. If there's any news too, let me know. I have no idea. So if the Lions sign a player or release someone, just let me know. Best player available, edge rusher, my little bro says, and it's because we have few needs. How about Janoris Jenkins? Hey, there's a connection there. It's they could do a 1-year deal there. It's possible. There's a connection there. Malcolm Butler, no. I don't want Malcolm Butler. How about Eskridge? Give a speed wide receiver and he can return. Depends on the money. How about Eric Reed for safety? He will be cheap and he can still play. That's that'll be interesting because I know that if they can get a 1-year deal on a guy, I'm fine. A 1-year cheap deal, I'm fine, but I still want us to draft the real guy. I think we should get cornerback Roberts. Yeah, I do like him. Troy Hill plus Boston to help the secondary for cheap. I see us signing Josh Reynolds, possibly another. Yeah, that's Grid and I see Josh Reynolds, but they probably could go even higher on that running back because their room reserves, they're wanting that. So it's very possible. Super chat again by Travis Doyle. You're on fire, man. What do you think about bringing back Deron Harmon on a 1-2-year deal or cheap because of his leadership? They could. I prefer not, but they could. They could bring him back. I think there's better options, though. But they could bring him back to a 1-year deal, cheap deal. As long as I'm getting my safety, my starter in the draft, I'm happy. I'm sure I missed some comments here. DJ Fluker would be a great guard or tackle. He pancakes people. I think when it comes to the guard position and the tackle position, I think the Detroit Lions are going to go in the draft here. Why do I say this? Because Halapoulivaati Vaitai contract is very big. He is a guard and a tackle. And I think that if they wanted to upgrade that position, they'll do it in the draft because it's cheaper. Because we already spent we have a lot of money right now in the offensive line. Taylor Decker signed a big contract last year. Okay, Frank Ragnow's, we're probably going to re-extend him in next year. That's going to be big money. And you got Halapoulivaati Vaitai's big contract. I think the Detroit Lions will go to the draft to save that type of money. I like to see a real fullback as well. That's why, Zach's, the tight end we just got, played fullback as well for the New Orleans Saints. So look for that. It's actually Jason Kabenda needs to watch out now because the tight end can play fullback. And Jason Kabenda is our fullback. He used to be a linebacker. Bateman and Tony, I want at wide receivers. Bateman's a very good wide receiver. Do you think Will Harris has trade value? No, I don't. I think Will Harris has zero trade value. And if the Lions traded him for a conditional 7th-round pick, I would be saying Brad Holmes is a genius. I would mind if it's a cheap deal. As cheap deals is what I think it's more money. Good point about Fluker saying, yeah, I just think that's just, you always got to follow the money. Like anytime you look upon what Lions are going to do, just look upon the money. That's why I predicted this. I didn't think it was going to be big. I said in my video, I got a lot of grief that Coleman would get cut. Coleman got cut. Okay, I said a lot of people going to get cut. I said Jarrad Davis probably not getting re-signed. I said, when it comes to with this cap, you got to build this team the right way, and there's a lot of bad deals, and they're going to be cutting a lot of players. Why do you think our line is good? I do think it's very good. Yeah. Got stuffed in a lot of short yard situations. I think our line is very good. It can get better, though. No doubt about it. I think the issue right now is the right side, Wesley. What do I mean by right side? The guard position and the right tackle position. Vaitai was supposed to be a right tackle. He had issues at tackle and guard. Terrell Crosby is a swing tackle. And so our issues there at guard. Plus we had Joe Dahl, who we just released today. I think Stenberg probably right now has got the notch up to get that the left guard position. But when it comes to who's going to be the backup guard, who's going to be the right tackle, Vaitai is killing us right now. So I think we can upgrade it in the draft. If they wanted to go right tackle, then you can move. You say if they got Rashawn Slater, you throw him on the right side. You got Jonah Jackson as the right guard, Frank Ragnow center, and then you have a possibility of battling out between Stenberg and Vaitai for that other guard position. Decker, Frank Ragnow, Slater. That's 3 first-round draft picks, and Jonah Jackson, who was an all-rookie team. That's a pretty good offensive line. A lot of bad deals, right? I love how we're fixing and cleaning it up. Yeah, and we still got 2 bad deals on the contract, and that's what's killing us right now in free agency is the Vati and the Trey Flowers contract. Wes says, give me a thumbs up. Hey, I appreciate you, Wes. If we get to 100 likes, that'd be fantastic. We got 107 in the building. I feel like my temperature right now is at 107. I'm running a temp, folks. I'm not feeling great. So if you get those likes up, that'd be fantastic. I would love Sewell or Slade. I'd love Sewell. I have Sewell as my number one. But there's some good players out there that are not first round draft picks. Who do you think will be our backup quarterback next year? Travis Doyley. That's a hard question to answer. I don't know. I know it's not going to be Chase. Okay, I have no idea. This one is a complete mixture for me. If I were to guess, I think I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a great question, and I have no answer for that. Maybe they draft a guy. Maybe they don't. They already got a veteran quarterback. Great chat. Let's go Lions on the rise. Thanks, Vash. I wish they could reconstruct Big V's contract. Boogie, see, I don't wish this. Because after next season, Big V can be released, and our dead cap hit is non-existent. Like, you can release him, and it's not going to hurt us. So I'd rather embrace the suck right now with his garbage contract and release him next year. Because I don't think he's good to be on this team. So I want him released next year. I don't want to, work his contract out and then he stays on another couple years. Do you think the Lions will keep Kerryon Johnson to back up Swift? Rumors have it they're looking pretty hard to get a free agent running back, Tony. And I think they are going to get a free agent running back. I want Kerryon Johnson not be on the team, but they could keep him as the number 3 guy again. Deuce Staley was high on him in an interview with Pride of Detroit. We'll see if that's actually true. But I think they're going to make the backup the guy they pick up in free agency. Dude's super fast. Sorry if off the topic. Theme song, Oh Sheila, one of my favorite songs. You always bring that fire. Hey, I'm bringing the fire just like the fire and the temperature on my head. Blau, yeah, that could be. Thanks for gutting this out today. Hey, appreciate you, Jay. I'm trying to, man. Free agency doesn't happen every day, opening day. I say Sewell, Chase, or Pitts not available to trade down. For Notre Dame, yes, is the best scheme fit for the Lions, but Surtain and Farley are both great. I would be utterly disappointed if they go cornerback. Whew. Oh, I got temperatures hit me. Whew. Oh, sorry, guys. It's hitting me hard. It's like I'm losing my mind here. I see perhaps 2 new faces at running back. Very possible. I love the much knowledge of our Lions fans. Thank you, Mike. Go on Pride. Eric, I appreciate you. No doubt about it. Don't sleep on XFL quarterbacks. Hey, the Panthers have an XFL quarterback. Beat us last year. Can't sleep on anyone. What do you think the next Lions move will be? I think the next Lions move will be the Chase Daniel not being on the football team. I think that'll be the next move, and Nick Williams being cut. I don't know if they're going to cut Chase Daniel or if they trade him, but I think that'll be the next move for our team. Go rest, bro. Hey, I got to do this for my team out there. I'm really liking Jeremiah Wusu-Mo. I like him too a lot. Who do you see our captains on offense and defense next year? Captains, Frank Ragnow, Taylor Decker, Jared Goff. Defense, Jamie Collins, Trey Flowers. And I'll say Tracy Walker. I'll say that. Let's see here. I would love seeing a great young cornerback in the first. Awarrior is a number 4. I think Awarrior is a very good cornerback, Zach. I think his development from year 1 to year 2 was amazing. I think he could be a number 2. I think Akuda eventually could be a number 1. Hopefully he does an upgrade. But we got Aaron Glenn, remember, who was the cornerbacks coach from the New Orleans Saints. He is now our defensive coordinator, and I think he's going to work hand in hand with these young guys and develop them. Chase off Chase. Yeah. Chase off Chase 100%. Bud Dupree just got signed with Tennessee, by the way. Okay. Tennessee's getting after the quarterback now. So, hey, I didn't think anything that he was going to be here. Detroit, we here. Hey, Jay White, you here too, man. We are here, Jay White. Appreciate you coming in. Been subscriber for a long time. Love it, man. I appreciate everyone coming out, even when your boy is not feeling good at all. Not feeling good at all. Woo! Aubrey Pleasant, as well as many ties to the players too. Yes, sir. Thanks for hanging in there. Hey, I'm trying to. I'm hanging in there, man. Cool, right on. You have the spirit of the mighty Lion King in the sky. Hey, appreciate you, Vash. It's rough, man. I took work off tomorrow because I can't even concentrate at work. I was screwing up the little. When I got back from getting the shot, I was screwing up. I couldn't even. I was screwing up everything, man. And at my civilian job, if you screw up, you're getting in a lot of trouble. So thanks for hanging in there. Do you think we can still sign Kenny Gallaudet? No, he looks like he's going to be a Baltimore Raven from all rumors. Kenny Gallaudet looks to be a Baltimore Raven. Now, it can obviously change, but that's what the rumors are coming out. 16 more likes to 100. We got 104 in the building. If you ain't hit that like button, you're straight crazy, man. I'm glad we're bringing Romeo back. I'm glad we're bringing him back on the cheaper deal. I didn't think he was going to get this. I honestly thought he was going to get more on the open market. We got him for 13 mil, basically a season. I like it. You are a warrior. I appreciate you, Ant Live, man. Sometimes you got to gut it out. I feel like puking right now. I'm running a temperature. I feel like I'm running like 104. Don't you think that we address the wide receiver position? I think we can get we'll get a wide receiver in free agency. I don't think it's going to be a number one guy. I think it would be a compliment piece. I think we're going to get a wide receiver in the NFL draft. In your mind, what's the number one position we need to fix? Linebacker. Period. Right now, our starting linebackers is Jamie Collins, Jalen Reeves-Maybin. I like Jalen Reeves-Maybin. I think he should have started last year because our linebackers are garbage. With that said, we need 2 more linebackers. No doubt about it. In my opinion. Okay. Have to replace Nelson and Oday Aboushi. Did Oday Aboushi sign elsewhere yet? I'm curious to see that. Honestly, I think Kenny G wouldn't want to be here. Look, he turned down reports are $18, $19 million contract. I don't think he won't be here either. Do you think that Julian can start next year? He better start next year. Lion Master. Hey, never seen you here before. Appreciate you jumping in. He better start next year. John Kapler is a Detroit Lions YouTuber. Subscribe to his channel. Mike, who's a surprise free agent we signed? Surprise free agent. I don't know. Really surprised. How about this? Todd Gurley. I do think they're going to go for a running back fairly hard. What if they go for Todd Gurley? That'd be a surprise. I still say like a Malcolm Brown, but you said surprise, so Todd Gurley. Romeo was a steal, but not compared to the pay the Bucs players are accepting. Yeah, they're doing that so they can go to another Super Bowl. But you're 100% right. Okwara balled out last year. No doubt he did. Travis Doyley with another super chat. God bless, man. There's some green because you're looking green. Oh, I'm feeling green. I am really, really not feeling good. And I'm toughing it out. I'm very much toughing it out. I got to do this for my teammates. Not just for me, but a part of Chat Sports. I got to do that for Chat Sports. I got to do that for the One Pride Nation. I got to do that for you guys. If we can shore up a linebacking core, the defense can do much better. Can't get much worse. 100%. Yes, facts. Josh Reynolds, yes, that would be a wide receiver they can look at. No doubt about it. John Ross, yes, I actually had him on my list. Now, John Ross, it would be a veteran minimum, obviously the injury history, but he's a speedy guy. Is out there, yes. For sure, linebacker. Linebacker is definitely the number one need. We support you, bro. Detroit Strong, One Pride. Well, Tony, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate every single subscriber out there. And I just want to let you all know, I may not reply to every comment that you guys leave on my videos, but best believe I read every single one. I truly, truly do. It's hard to reply back because I have a full-time job, and now YouTube has become a full-time job. And if you guys aren't on Newsbreak, I'm dropping videos on Newsbreak, folks. Get on there and follow me on Newsbreak. We shouldn't go wide receiver the first pick. It's possible they could. Very well. 3 more linebackers. Yeah, for sure, man. What's your thoughts on drafting Paris Ford safety? I really like him. I'm fine. with taking a safety. I prefer Holland, but if they want to go later, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I think we do need to draft a safety. People keep talking about fixing the linebacking core. Let's shore up the defensive line first. No, your facts, 100%. No doubt about it. There is no arguing with that, Looney Tune. If the Lions trade back and they get Christian Barmore, I'll be one happy camper. I think the defensive line and linebacking core has to get shore up. Why? You got to stop the run, rush the passer, and protect the middle of the field. It's common sense there. So yes, but we need linebacker core. We need defensive line. But we do have more talent on the defensive line right now than we do linebacking core. We have starters on the defensive line. They may not be great starters, but we do have starters. Right now, we don't have starters in linebacking core. We don't. It's just this. Chris Carson would be nice. I think he'd be a good one to get. Chris Carson would be good. Get back Tate, right? I don't think he's coming back here, but I always like Tate, man. One of my favorite Detroit Lions. Chris Carson, yeah, like I said, that'd be sick. Trey Lance or trade back. I love Trey Lance. Y'all know. What's going on, Vincent Henry? Appreciate you stopping in, bro. One pride till we die. Hey, let's see the Pride Nation out there. We got 120 to build, and let's see some one prides, man. Go Lions and one prides. Throw that in the chat. Spam this chat with Go Lions and one prides and all that stuff. Bud Dupree, yep, Motor City, heard that earlier. Appreciate it. Wonder if we get Jenkins. Very possible on the cheap. Very possible. It'd be interesting if we got Todd Gurley. Todd Gurley here reuniting with Jared Goff. It's possible. Like I said, that would be my surprise pickup. Right now, if I was doing odds, it'd probably be Malcolm Brown. Me and Grid talking about that. But Pete. Lions, thank you, Chat Sports, for supporting Micro Mike. Hey, they legit, man. They support me, and I appreciate it. And I got to support them by getting this work in. Do you think we will get Eric Fisher? I think it'd be awesome, Jack, to get Eric Fisher. Man, you make him the right tackle. I'm not sure about his injuries right now. I think that's why he was released. He's still dealing with that repaired, was it Achilles? I think that's what it was. But I'd love him if he's healed. That would be a surprise signing, Jack. We appreciate your hard work. You think about drafting a safety, Paris Ford. Again, man, Travis Dooley, I appreciate you with the super chat. You're dropping it like crazy. I'm fine with it because we need to have a safety. We need to get a young safety. Harris is not the answer. And Tracy Walker, he had a down season. I think he can get better, but we do a lot of 3 safety sets, and I think it's important to get a young guy and probably get a guy that's a veteran. Josh Reynolds, yes, 100% a wide receiver they could get. You know, if I was say they're going to get a wide receiver, one Pride 40, that would be the guy I would target. That's why I had on my initial list like a couple months ago. I had Josh Reynolds on there. Just pay Reddick and build. Oh, I'd love Reddick. I love Hassan Reddick. Linebacker, pass rusher from the Arizona Cardinals. He's going to cost a pretty penny. But man, oh man, I'd love it. I kind of hope we trade back. D-Rock with you. What up, CJ? Appreciate jumping in, man. Jamal Williams is perfect complement to Swift. Maybe Keelan Cole, wide receiver. What about Brett Perryman? Look, man. I think that would be fine to get a Perryman. But I think they're going to go a little bit bigger on the running back here. It feels like they're going to go that route. We'll see. I want it to be a decent running back number 2 and not spend a lot. D-line is low-key stacked. It's got players, but it doesn't got dogs. Like, we need to have one dog on there. Like, you get a guy that's a game changer, right? And that's what we need on the defensive line. I think we need to get an interior defensive lineman, a big body in there. And there's a lot of quality ones in this draft, not even in the first round. We need to get a guy that can fill that spot. And I think like Romeo Okwara, he's good at rushing the passer. If we can get a guy that could stop the run and really beef up the interior, I think this team could be much better. But we do got more starters on the defensive line than linebackers. Appreciate you, Eric. I'm trying to be a trooper, man. These are a great Detroit Lions fan. Just imagine winning the NFC North. It will be glorious. Really disappointed Davis got away. I'm not. I'm not disappointed at all. Um, I was not high on Jarrad Davis for the Detroit Lions. Like, he was fast, he had speed, but it just seemed like he would miss it there. Like, it wasn't there in his head. 2 more to 100 likes. Let's get to 100 likes. Brandon Cox is right. Tate, one pride. Here we go. Cheers, Mike. What's going on, Jorge? We got go Lions, one pride. Go Lions, go Lions, go Lions, one pride. Go Lions, one pride. Love it. Rebuild means getting depth trade down and picks. Facts. Restore the roar. One pride. Knee biting. I love seeing these one prides, man. Appreciate you spamming there. Go Lions, one pride. Just pay Schwartz and Goff plenty of time to throw. One pride. Too many good running backs in the draft to pick up an overpriced veteran running back. I don't think it's what was good about these running backs. I don't think they're going to be overpriced. I really don't. I think the value of running backs, not just in the draft, you see how they get later drafted. They tend not go early, but I think in free agency, it's not going to be that much. So if you're looking like at a Todd Gurley, my approximate for him was $5.5 million for 1 year. If they wanted 2-year deal, around $11 million. If they wanted to go the Malcolm Brown, it's going to be cheaper than that. Maybe a $3 million contract 1 year, 3.56 for a 2-year. So it's not that much. And specifically if you're doing like a 1-year deal, that's the best routes I see the Lions doing this year. It's a bunch of 1-year deals. Why? If it doesn't work out, this is a rebuild year anyways, a retool. They could just go ahead and not re-sign him next year. Yes. Draft. Jack, we released Joe Dahl for 2 reasons. First, he failed the physical. Second, he was inconsistent last year. He was very inconsistent, and he had back issues. He failed a physical, and it saved $2.2 million in the cap. So that's the reason why we released him. And we drafted Stenberg last year. Stenberg has a high ceiling. We got him. We went back-to-back offensive lineman. Jonah Jackson, 3rd round. Stenberg, 4th round. Stenberg is a Campbell type of player. Denzel Perryman, yes, middle linebacker. Hey, let's do it. I say sign AJ to man. Vet in his knowledge, help these young wide receivers. That is definitely Mark Orm from Orm's Forums guy. Make sure you subscribe to Mark Orm from Orm's Forum. He's almost at 1,000. And hey, Trox, come in here, bro. Jump in the chat. Let's talk some Detroit Lions. I wouldn't mind if we picked up John Ross. Yeah, cheap. I'm all about cheap, man. And again, you get him on a veteran minimum and maybe to do a couple jet sweeps with him. Use him as a Jamal Agnew, kind of not as a running back, but as a jet sweep. We might lose fullback McCain. Would you consider him? Sorry, free safety Bobby McCain. Depends. Everything depends on the contract and deals. We're looking to probably do 1-year deals here. So it just depends. My brother is hashtag Mike Strong. Shelton, get a chance. I think Shelton possibly could get another chance. I'm 50-50 on it. But I think he's probably the best interior defensive lineman we have. I think Nick Williams is going to get cost. And he was inconsistent at times. Come on in, Trox. I put it in the feed. I hate being this quiet. I love being this quiet. I love it. Oh, man. Who's going to be our kicker? If I'm going to guess, I still say Prater's probably the kicker, but they could do competition. Maybe a free agent or an undrafted rookie free agent comes in and competes. You never know. But I still even though I think we should get another kicker, I think that Prater had issues and he showed decline on accuracy last year. But who knows what the situation was. But I still think he does come back. Lion missed out on a lot of great players we need already. I don't think we'd really missed out on that much, in all honesty. Remember, just because people sign a bunch of free agents early doesn't necessarily mean they're going to do good on teams. Generally, the free agent that I wanted signed was Romeo Okwara, and we signed him. And it was not over the pay. I think he has first pick unless we sign something. Wide receiver has to be the first pick unless we sign. I think we trade back very well. If we stay at 7, to me, it's probably wide receiver or offensive line. Now, I talked to a former Detroit Lions player who's a scout for the Lions, and you know who you are. You're one of my subscribers. And his prediction is he really thinks that if the Lions stay at 7, they're going to go ahead and draft an offensive lineman. And that's what he thinks. So, I'm going to take his word as when he got back from the Senior Bowl, he was telling me that. So that's kind of what I think. But I think they do trade back. Cowboys David Ernie would make strong D line options. Hashtag my strong. Hey man, I got that COVID vaccine. It's not like I got COVID. It's just making me feel real garbage. The number 2. For Gurley is done. He's cheap to me. Yeah, he would be. As a number 2, I think he'd be fine. I think his average is 4.2 yards a carry. Last year with the Atlanta Falcons, we need Hart this move to replace him some old-fashioned Lions. Yeah, right. Yeah, old-fashioned. All I want for this other black and blue chips to be aware of this. You're going to get your blue chip players in the draft. Look, guys, I understand it sounds bad that we're quiet, but understand for the last 5 years, we've had 0 compensatory picks. Good teams build through the draft. We're going to have a lot of compensatory picks next year. With Jamal Agnew's contract, you're probably going to get one. Okay, Jarrad Davis, you're going to get one. Kenny Gallaudet, you're going to get one. That's 3. And we got a first round next year. That's 11 draft picks. So right now, we got to embrace this suck. How about Quan Alexander at linebacker? Okay. Ty Montgomery was a running back I had on my list. He was with the New Orleans Saints last year, and I can see him being a cheap deal for the Lions. Wow, the Jets just got Carl Lawson. Yeah, the Jets got money. Wasn't it like $80 million? They had a ton, man. Detroit is number 1 forever. Oh, man, I didn't even see this. Sorry about that, Travis Doyley. Super chat, thank you so much, bro. Who do you think the Lions need to keep long-term? Frank Ragnow, extend him to a long-term deal. I think he's definitely a player the Lions need to do. DeAndre Swift, I think he needs to be a Lion for long-term. Going forward, Jonah Jackson, offensive lineman. I think he's a long-term guy. Mani Okwara and Jeffrey Okudah, long-term guys. I think that Jeff Okudah is going to get better, folks. I know a lot of people don't like TJ Hockenson, long-term player. And those are the guys that start to build around. The next 2 years is huge in the draft. Absolutely. It's going to be monumental. Next year's draft is the most important draft even than this year. Gallaudet rumored to be Ravens. Yep, that's what I heard. Hockenson, no doubt about it. If we trade back, do you think the defense will tackle Alabama is in play? Yes. Christian Barmore. I love Christian Barmore. Hey, Trox is in the building. I love my boy Trox, man. What's going on, Trox?
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Trox, what do you think about free agency so far, my man?
It's been wild. It has been wild. I did hear a question in the chat, who's going to be our kicker? And as a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, we went out and signed as a future contract Matthew Wright. As a Steelers fan, I did get a chance to see him firsthand. Don't count him out. Don't count him out. He's a solid kicker.
Look, when it comes to, I know a lot of people's like kicker. Like, who cares about kicker? Well, I care about special teams because Jack Fox was a beast.
Oh,
you know, it's important to get those points. You miss a 3-pointer, you lose or win a game.
Yeah.
And so I'm all about putting competition for Prater. I was not happy with his performance last year. And if this guy beats him out, I'm all for it.
Oh, absolutely.
Tim, I am feeling rough right now. I am definitely running a temperature. My stomach is uneasy. I am jittery, and I am confused. It's like I'm forgetting. It's funny because when I was driving back from getting the shot, it was like I was forgetting where I was coming from. It was real weird. I'm in a bad spot, Trucks. I'm roughing it out for the One Pride Nation here.
Hey, hashtag Mike Strong.
So what do you think about the Okwara deal, Trucks? 3-year deal, $39 million.
You know, I actually thought he was going to get more. I thought he was going to get more, and I was just like, oh, man, you know, we need so much help on the defensive line. I think he was going to price himself out, kind of like how Kenny Gallaudet is kind of doing. So it was like, you know, for us to get him at that price range, I was just like, okay, let's do it. You know, I was actually really happy about what we gave him.
What's going on, Martell? This is my second shot. I got the second one. This is the notorious bad one, and it is exactly what it is. It is notorious. It's about 15 minutes after I got it. I knew it was going to be a long 24 hours. I was feeling bad, man. I got out of work. I said, I can't work. I can't even think. I tried to make a video, folks. I don't know if you know this, but I made a video saying the Lions were rumored for John Johnson. I misspelled everything on it. I couldn't even think, bro. I think I misspelled the with like THO or something. It was ridiculous. Man, so I had to delete that video, thankfully, but I am completely off, Trucks. Mike, you have the symptoms of a normal Lions fan. And yeah, absolutely, man.
Hey, I think that was comment of the day.
I'm definitely it's double dipping. Lion. Look, so Trucks. Lions did not do a lot in free agency. We did not sign a lot of guys. We did get rid of a lot of guys.
Yeah.
Are you like this approach? Or are you upset that they're not going big? You know, they're not signing these guys. What's your personal opinion?
You know, I think me and you have been on the same page most of the offseason when it comes to just embracing the suck.
Yeah.
You know, embrace it for 1 year. It's only 1 year. And after that, a lot of cap space is going to open up. We're going to be able to sign a lot of guys. You know, right now, get rid of all the trash that was here from the 2 and or the 3 and 13s, the 4 or 5 win teams. Get rid of that trash. Rebuild this thing the right way via the draft.
100%, man. I'm with you. And this is kind of what I've been preaching to everybody of my subscribers. Just understand it's going to be B-rated. I don't want people to get overhyped and get smoke blown up them, thinking that this is going to be some crazy thing. And so, when you come to Micro Mike, Detroit Lions Talk with Micro Mike, you're going to get it from, even if it's not the news you want to hear, I'm going to tell you the way I feel it's going to be. And so it's kind of exactly the way I said it, man. If I missed your question, folks, let me know, Trox. If I missed it, just let me know. I am completely off, guys. It is not my normal speed right now. I'm like running like half speed. Let's see. Who are the Lions going to sign? Who do you think the Lions going to sign next, Trox? Do you have a guess?
I would have to say it's going to have to be somewhere at the skill position players. I think it's going to be either, like maybe like you were saying, a Malcolm Brown, some sort of running back, maybe some a wide receiver again, because obviously we only got, our 2 notable names are Quintez Cephas, who we drafted, and Tyrell Williams, who we just signed, a couple weeks ago or about a week out.
Shout out to Troxel Sports. What do you think who will be 1 and number 2 wide receiver? Hey, shout out to you for dropping that super chat.
Absolutely. Shout out Travis Doyley.
A huge shout out to you. Sorry, that was my phone ringing. I can't do 2 things at one time right now. I can barely do one thing. Who do you think the 2 wide receivers are going to be, number 1 and number 2?
As of right now, based on the guys that we have in the building, it's going to be Quintez Cephas and Tyrell Williams.
As a number 1 and a number 2?
Yeah.
That's bad. I don't think that.
That's why I think we're going to address wide receiver within the first 3 rounds.
No, yeah, I'm with you. I think they're gonna do that. I think they're gonna draft wide receiver in the first couple of rounds. You can look at St. Brown. He could be an option there. They may take a wide receiver with that 7th pick if they stay there.
That's possible. I mean, a Jamar Chase, kind of guy, big body, can do pretty much anything that you want him to do.
Again, if I don't answer your question, it's not I'm hating. I'm running the temperature like crazy right now. I'm sweating. I'm not thinking straight. Just repost it, and I'll try to answer it as best as we can. Who is the best available safety that we can forward, Trox? Who do you think's on the market? John Johnson was supposed to be the guy. He went to Cleveland. We struck out there. We got a safety still from the Minnesota Vikings, highly touted. We got, I think the guy from New Orleans Saints here got re-signed.
I think so too.
What do you think, man? I think it's going to be a B guy, and we're going to draft one. That's just my opinion.
I wouldn't be surprised if we don't go after Trey Boston if he's still available. Okay. He also has some ties with the the Los Angeles Chargers
Okay.
with Anthony Lynn.
Connections to Anthony Lynn.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
I
And you're
wouldn't be.
noticing we're having connections here, the guys that we are bringing to Detroit. It's connections to the former coaches there.
Yeah. And I wouldn't be surprised if we do bring in a what do you call it, Miles Killebrew again for at least another year.
It's possible.
Yeah, he was a special teams ace. You can never go wrong with the special teams guy. Those are the guys that kind of help position yourself offensively and defensively.
Mm-hmm. For strong safety. I'm going to be honest here. I think if we pick up a guy in free agency, it's not going to be a long-term guy. I think we're going to draft him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's going to be it. I just don't think they're going to put a whole lot of money in, because if they wanted to put a whole lot of money in, they could have got John Johnson, in my opinion.
Hey,
they
Mike,
could have. What's up?
Could we have a reunion with Tavon Wilson?
That would be hilarious. Oh, you're killing me. Oh.
And again.
Oh. You're killing me. Tavon Wilson in Detroit. Look, I wouldn't mind him as a backup.
Well, yeah.
Combat sack. No, I'm not good. I'm really, really sick. I got my second COVID vaccine today, and it makes you feel awful, and I feel real awful. Miles is great in special teams. Yeah, he could be, and he'd be super cheap.
Yeah.
I'm Jalen Reeves-Maybin. We re-signed him. I'm still mad that they didn't play him last year. What a stupid idiot decision. He was better than
Christian Jones and a whole lot of other guys. Savai, I mean,
Anthony Harris is available. Yes, he is. I am flushed. I like making cuts to get one big playmaker. There's really, I don't even know who's really left that's big. Did any offensive linemen go yet? I'm not 100%. I've been live for an hour and 30 minutes. I don't know if there's any moves that's been made for offensive linemen yet.
Not too much on the offensive line front. I know Schwartz from the Chiefs is still available.
Okay. I know he's messed up. And same with Eric Fisher. He's still available, but I'm not sure about his injury. Yeah. AJ Green. A lot of people's been saying AJ Green. He could be a guy. Would you want AJ Green on this team?
At this stage, if it's a 1-year contract, I wouldn't mind it. I know that's Mark Orm's boy. Definitely subscribe to Mark Orms from Orms Forum. Let's get our brother to 1,000. But I wouldn't mind bringing him in for a year.
Okay. What about?
It has to be an incentive. It would have to be incentive based for AJ Green, because the dude can't stay healthy to save his life. But you said Sammy Watkins.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind Sammy Watkins, actually. I kind of like what he was doing with the
just injured all the time.
Yeah. Like I said, again, incentive-based contract, I wouldn't mind it.
We did that with Tyrell Williams, incentive-based contract. Draft Asante Samuel Jr., flip him to safety. I think he projects better there. It'd be interesting. I don't know if they're going to take him. That'd be high for the corner.
Yeah.
Would they take a safety in the second round? I don't think they're going to take a safety in the second round. I really do think they're going to defensive tackle, linebacker, and wide receiver is probably 1, 2, 3. You can flip either way. I think that's kind of what it's going to be. Would you trade the 7th pick for Odell? No way.
No, God, no.
Oh,
I don't want no more divas here. I want guys that are
the 7th pick in the draft. There's no way. I'd rather take a young wide receiver.
Yeah.
I'll take Jalen Waddle.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
How do you feel about Joe Dahl? I love Joe Dahl leaving. I'm happy with that, the release. I was actually excited about that. He was, to me, is the weakest part of the offensive line, and I want Stenberg and Bo Benshaw to get in there. I've talked about this last year. I wanted to see Stenberg in the lineup, and I want to see Bo Benshaw push for a backup role.
Yeah.
It's important to get young. It's important to, build for this. And you just want to see it. Man, I'm really behind on this. Yes, they re-signed Jameis Winston. I kind of expected that. I think it'll be interesting to see if he's a starter there. Joiner safety. Corey Davis, he's a Jet. That sucks.
Yeah.
I did like Corey Davis.
Yeah, I like Corey Davis too.
Let's face it, we're never going to make the Super Bowl. Yeah, we will at one time. It'll happen. I think it's just like you gotta do everything right. You gotta draft right. And that's something that we haven't done well. And you know what? I give Bob Quinn a lot of credit because before we got Matt Patricia, I felt like we were drafting fairly decent.
Yeah.
We missed on some, but man, when Patricia came here, the free agents and the draft just went to the tank, man.
The elite Jarrad Davis at 21 over TJ Watt.
That, you know what though? Because there's the other linebacker, I forgot who it was, and they all projected him to go before Jarrad Davis.
Yeah.
And Foster. It was Reuben Foster, right? And then his career was, I don't know if he's even still in the league anymore.
He is,
so I'm not
but
going to get mad about it.
Yeah, but I mean, I wanted TJ Watt. I mean, anybody that comes out of Wisconsin that's highly touted.
TJ Watt too. I did too.
Yeah. You know, I mean, I always look at the guys that have came out of a college, you know, so when I think of linebackers and I think of Wisconsin, I think of DeAndre Levy.
Yeah.
You know, a guy that can fly around the field.
Wisconsin's got some good players in there.
Yeah.
Bring back Sanu. I'd love to have Sanu back for a cheap deal. He did fine as the number 3 or number 4 guy. Stenberg is nasty. He is a Campbell type of guy.
Yeah. That's the one thing I'm super stoked about. You know, Joe Dahl leaving is we finally may be able to get to see Logan Stenberg. He has not really taken an offensive snap. Neither has Bo Benchwa, another guy that, you know, we were both high on via the draft, and we got him via undrafted free agent. Let's see these guys.
Sue and Calvin were hits. Man, they were definitely they were home run. They were grand slams. Josh Reynolds, I think that if we're looking at the possible people we're going to get here, Josh Reynolds is very high in the list. I think he very well could be a Detroit line, but he's not a number 1, folks.
No, I would put his ceiling at number 2. But you know, I got to see more from him. But I wouldn't mind to see him here in Detroit. I like him.
Yeah. Smart physical players. We have chips on their shoulder. We might need a 1 or 2 year deal on older guys. Yes, that's what we're going to be looking at. 1 year deals, 2 year deals. I don't think they're going to really go older though. I don't see that a whole lot, guys. I think they're going to go younger. Where do you think Kenny's going to be? A Baltimore Raven.
Yeah, they have been opening up a lot of cap space. They let Ngakwe leave. They let their linebacker went to
Bud Dupree.
No, Bud Dupree is a Steeler. He went to Cleveland. Judon.
Yeah,
Matthew Judon. He left, and you know they've been, you know, and then Orlando Brown is about to leave as well. So there's going to be a lot of money there.
I like Reynolds. We just get Tyrell. How you feel about Bobby Price projecting? What do you think about Price?
I mean, he's a solid depth guy. I would still like to see him, you know, come into his own a little bit more. You know, with proper coaching, I don't see why that couldn't happen.
Looney says, "D Mike, yeah, I'm rough. I'm roughing it out, man. I'm running a real high temperature right now. You got my sweatshirt on. I got it. I'm heated.
Oh yeah,
so the Jets,
you look like you're roughing.
Oh, I'm roughing it, bro. I'm roughing it. But you got to pay the bills, man. And you got to support the team. So Hill and Tyrell were older and cheaper because of age. Tyrell Williams not too old for a 1 year deal for 29. So I guess that's a little bit older. When I think of old, I think like 31, 32, 33. Did you see the Patriots today? Yeah, they bought everybody. Man.
They spent $200 million. In the last 10 years prior to today, they spent $400 million in 10 years. So they spent half of what they did in over 10 years in one day.
I'm back. I was on an airplane. Oh, man.
Oh,
hey,
man.
Have fun on an airplane there, hopefully in Minnesota. Fournette will demand money. I think, you know what, in all honesty, I have him on my running back list, but I think he's going to re-sign with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
They're assigning everybody, so I think he's going to take a less to go there. I think Pitts is On COVID, bro, I got the second COVID shot today. I got my second COVID shot, and it gets you real sick, the second one. The first one just gives you a headache. The second one, man, it makes you feel like you're out of it. Toughing it out. Yes, I appreciate what you do for us. Hey, man, we're all fans here. And I'm here with my subscriber base. I had to take a nap, and I woke up burning up, and I said, you won't know what, I'm gonna do it anyways. Bucks are cheating. Yeah, you know what? They're enjoying it right now with their cap,
Oh
right?
yeah,
A couple years from now, they're gonna be New Orleans Saints. Maybe we get
facts.
production from Julian. We better get production from Julian.
Yeah,
That COVID shout sounds terrible. The first one's not bad, okay, but the second one, it gets you sick. It does, and I felt it about 15 minutes after I got it, but I knew that going into it. See, I work in the health industry, and you gotta take the shots. I've been working from home, but before this COVID stuff, I would go from hospital to hospital, so I had to get it. There may be Super Bowl contenders. The Tampa Bay, I think they are. Detroit Lions, I do not think they are.
yeah,
Tampa Bay, or the TV deals may save the Bucks.
yeah.
Man, you brave taking those shots. Hey, man, you got to take the shots. So I've had every shot in the world. I was in the Army, went overseas. I've had 5 trillion shots. I've had anthrax, everything you can think of. So this one don't scare me. With the new regime, I got to get 3 to 4 years. We'll be competing in the NFC North Championship. I think within 3 years,
Yeah,
we'll be competing.
yeah. Especially with the money that's going to be freed up.
Yeah. And you got to understand, you got to look at the other teams. What are the Green Bay Packers going to look like in 2 years?
Yeah,
Is Aaron
maybe
Rodgers
Aaron Rodgers list.
Probably not. Okay.
Yeah,
Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings. What are they going to do with quarterback? Who knows? And you got
Keep 'em.
Chicago Bears.
and keep all their quarterbacks too.
I feel bad for the fans with the quarterback
Yeah,
situation,
yeah.
man. They just can't get it, but I don't feel bad for the team. I don't.
Facts.
But and if the Detroit Lions they build the correct way, you could have a very good team. Let's see. Hey, super chat again from Travis Doyle. You guys are on fire. Travis Doyley's on fire, man. I appreciate you. God bless you, Travis Doyle, and you're a member of mine. I really appreciate it, folks. I'll probably be live or make some videos tomorrow if I'm even feeling good. I'm sure I'm gonna feel worse tomorrow. But
It's always
I
the
took
next
work
day.
off. I took work off because my job, it is very vital to be focused. Okay. I audit physicians for a living. If you screw up, you think that the chat sports gets mad when you screw up. Imagine screwing up to a physician.
Oh yeah.
He said thoughts on signing Taiwan Taylor wide receiver.
I wouldn't mind that. You know, that's a solid depth move.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I mean, we're gonna have a lot of depth guys. That's what the money's gonna dictate.
I want to get one more free agent wide receiver and then the draft.
Yeah,
that's all I want. I am a draft guy. I love the draft. Do you see the Lions going wide receiver first overall? It's possible. This is what I see, though, the Lions. I'm going to tell you guys, if you've been listening and hearing my videos, I truly believe, like I'm giving it a 80% gut feeling the Lions are trading out of 7. I truly do. Now, I've been right when I said I've been right when it comes to the draft for many years because I just kind of pay attention to it. I said TJ Hawkinson, Amani Warrior, Bo Benchua. Last year I said Okuda, DeAndre Swift, two linemen back to back. It happened. This year I have a great feeling the Lions are trading out of 7 because you look at the draft picks and you look at the financial ramifications. A 7th pick is going to cost a little bit more. It's around $6 million to do your draft picks, and they tend to. Brad Holmes likes those mid drafts, draft picks. So I truly believe the Lions are going to trade out of 7, either to 12, 15, 19. I don't think they're going to go farther than that, but I think that's the route they go. And if they go back to 15 or 19, watch for Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Okay, that would be the guy. If they stay at 7, I believe it's one of 2 positions. It's going to be offensive line or wide receiver. I talked to the scout, the former Detroit Lion player, and he believes that when he was at the Senior Bowl, he believes that they're going to take an offensive line if they stay at 7. That's what his thought is, and that's what he told me. But I think it'd be either of those two positions, but I do believe we're trading back. What do you think, Trox?
Yeah, I think so too. I would put what do you call it, Trey Lance in the discussion at 7 as well still. But I really think it very could be offensive tackle. That is
Yeah,
really the last key piece to finish that unit off.
no doubt about it.
And then you'll be able to keep Jared Goff or whoever your quarterback will be upright. And obviously that's the goal, because when your quarterback is upright, they're able to do what they're supposed to do, and that's get their run game involved, get their receivers involved, and go out there and try to win some ball games.
Now, I love Trey Lance, and I think if he was there at 7, I'd love for them to pick him. With that said, I don't believe he's going to be there. Why do I say this? Because I think that it's very possible 4 quarterbacks can go the first 4 picks, and not just because of Todd McShay and then in any of them their mock drafts. It's because we know who's going number 1. Yeah. I do believe the Jets are probably going to take a quarterback. If they don't take a quarterback, they're trading back. I do believe Zach Wilson's going number 2. Number 3, you got the Miami Dolphins. I do feel they want to trade back as well. You could see the team watch for the Carolina Panthers. They've been aggressive trying to get a quarterback, jump to number 3, and get a Justin Fields or a Trey Lance. And you got number 4, you got the Atlanta Falcons. You're telling me with the 4th pick that they're not going to take a quarterback when their quarterback, Matt Ryan, is old? Yep. I do believe, and they got a new GM and a new head coach, I do believe they go quarterback, and that would be 1, 2, 3, 4.
Also,
the Lions, I don't believe are taking Mac Jones.
Yeah. Also, don't sleep on the Patriots also trying to move up and try to get their heir apparent to Cam Newton, who just signed a contract.
Eagles are not taking a quarterback. I 100% agree with that now, because they're trying to get the former quarterback from the Indianapolis Colts to be their backup. God, I forget his name off the tip of my tongue.
Jacoby
Brissett. And if they sign Jacoby Brissett, and so it sounds like they're not taking a quarterback in this draft, because you got Jalen Hurts and Jacoby Brissett. He'd be their backup. But a team could trade. That could be another team. But again, it's very possible 4 quarterbacks could go in the first 4 picks. And if that's the case, I could see the Detroit Lions sitting at 7, Denver Broncos, the Washington football team, the New England Patriots, and the other team that's off the tip of my tongue going in and saying, dang it, Mac Jones is the only one left.
Oh, yeah.
And, when you hear Mac Jones is rising in this draft, okay, he's rising, and I wouldn't have taken him in a top 10 draft pick. I think it'd be kind of foolish, but he's looking to be a top 10 draft pick because quarterback needy teams.
Now, I will say this, though, Mike, a team to look, or a draft prospect to look at in undrafted free agent. TA of Noble Sports dropped a video, I want to say about last week, on a guy named Sam Ehlinger out of the University of Texas. Keep an eye out on him. He might be the number 1 quarterback in undrafted free agent. A move that maybe even the Detroit Lions can afford to go and try to sign.
I do believe he's solid, but I just don't think he's a top 10 draft pick. That's my personal opinion.
I think that
just because if you look at all the players you got, so you have those 4 quarterbacks. That's 4 quarterbacks. You got Kyle Pitts, who's going to be a top 10 draft pick. He could be the Philadelphia Eagles pick. That's 5 there. You got 2 offensive linemen, Penei Sewell and Rashawn Slater. That would be 7 players right there. We ain't even talking about Micah Parsons yet. We ain't even talking about the wide receivers in Chase, Devonta Smith, Jalen Waddle. I mean, there's a lot of good people, so that'd have to push
Kyle
one
Pitts,
of those guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think he'd be solid. And I think that's why you're going to see teams want to trade up for him. Why did we not get John Johnson? I think it's more financial.
Yeah.
I think that Cleveland they got more money. And maybe he wants to compete for a winning franchise. The Cleveland Browns won a playoff game. The Detroit Lions are looking like to be more of the first pick in the draft than a playoff team.
And, this coming up season is going to mark the 30th anniversary of our last playoff win.
That's sad.
That's very sad.
Yes, Carl Larson, the Jets and the Patriots are going hog wild in free agency. Denver, San Francisco, New Orleans, or New England, and Carolina. Yes, I think those would be the teams that's looking at. Carolina is. I feel like 95% chance they're trading up.
Yeah, I
They have
think so
been
too. Yeah.
super aggressive with if they don't get Deshaun Watson, but they've been aggressive with the Stafford trade. They've been wanting to get Teddy Bridgewater. Wait, and they're at the 8th pick in the draft. I think they're going to get a quarterback, and if they don't get Deshaun Watson, in which it doesn't even look like they're going to trade him, they're probably going to get a quarterback in the draft. And I think Trey Lance would be the guy they would target.
Yeah.
We know. Let's see here. Ellinger can sling it. Yes, he can. Is Drew Brees not playing football anymore? He retired, Troy.
Yes.
Retired yesterday. If we trade down, better get this first year in next year. Yeah, I think if they trade from wherever they trade at, I think it'd be a first-round pick next year. Anthony Harris, it's possible. It's just it depends on the money. I think he's going to demand a little bit more than what we're probably wanting to give up. If we get Smith and surround him with pieces, we could make the wild card. Do you think we can make the wild card if we got Smith? We got him, surround him.
You're talking about Devontae Smith?
Yep.
I mean, that defense still scares me a little bit. I got to see what we do on defense. But I mean, if we can get a at least a middle of the pack defense, and you sign or you draft Devontae Smith, I mean, it's possible. I mean, I've seen crazier things happen. I mean, who would have thought that Eli Manning would have beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl twice?
Trucks, tell them about your mock draft you're doing.
Yes, I will be actually doing a mock draft. I want to say I'm looking at more than likely on Wednesday, right after Necessary Roughness. I'm going to go live right after that for a mock draft, and it's going to be all 32 teams. There's going to be trades. It's going to be all 7 rounds, and you guys are going to be able to, put your input, and, we're going to go from there.
3 first-round draft picks would be awesome. It would be not only having 3 first-round draft picks, but the conditional draft picks we're going to get. If we had 3 first-round draft picks and we get 3 conditional draft picks plus the 7 we have, that's 12. That's nuts. You own the draft, okay? You're going to look like what the Miami Dolphins and the Jacksonville Miami Dolphins did last year and what Jacksonville's doing this year.
Yeah.
And guess what, folks? It's not just the draft picks. Our cap space is going to be legit nice. We'll be like the Jets and the Colts.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, we can sign players then. Can't we tag Kenny? Nope. The tag deadline is gone. Kenny Gallaudet looking to be
out of here.
Baltimore Raven. Franchise tag deadline. Yep.
Now, Mike, I did hear something that because Kenny Gallaudet did not, agree to a lot of the money that we were throwing at him, that the market for him ain't what he thought it was. So he, there's been I forgot what writer said it, but they're like, sometimes these wide receivers got to be careful what they turn away because sometimes it's not greener on the other side.
Hey, well, he has an injury history. And so.
But that goes for a lot of these receivers that were, saying, oh, no, I'll go test the market and I'll get more money than what you're giving me. $18-19 million. Like, come on now. You're not going to get more than 18-19.
I'm trading back to get more picks. I love trading back. Heck yeah, open that cap space up. Absolutely. We need a player like TJ Watt. Yes, we do.
Facts.
Tyrod Taylor. I just don't want to get another backup veteran. I like grooming young guys. I do. That's my thing. But if they got Tyrod Taylor as a backup, I guess I'm fine with it. I just like having a young guy back in there. You never know if they can turn out to be something good. That's my rule. Gino is a Seahawk. Brad was part of Tavon Austin debacle in St. Louis. He won't draft the little Devonta Smith at 7. Look, I'm with you. I'm afraid of Smith's size. 6'1", 175 pounds is tiny. You say, well, he's 6'1". At 175. I weighed 175 and I'm 6 foot tall when I was like in high school. Okay, that's tiny.
Yeah. Hey,
And
Mike,
if
I
you
got a
get
question
hit,
for you.
I may have an answer.
Okay. Would you go after Will Fuller, even
Yeah,
though that you know that he's going to have to serve some suspension for taking performance enhancing
yeah,
drugs?
I like Will Fuller. I do. I
Okay.
think he's a good wide receiver. He had almost 1,000 yards last year on a poor team.
Okay.
I think Will Fuller has a lot left in the gas tank. He's not like he's old.
Yeah.
And so I like him. I think he's going to demand too much money though, and I think that'll price him out of the market. But I like Will Fuller.
Do you
I don't
think
care about
because of
the
his
suspension.
PEDs, his stock might drop a little bit?
Possibly. I mean, that would be great. We got Tyrell Williams on a cheap deal with basically a $2 million contract because of the injury.
Yeah.
So, yep, Devonta's 6'1". Trade back, linebacker, wide receiver, offensive line. Agree. Um,
That'd be like
Just your
perfect
laugh.
scenario right
I'm
there.
explaining the franchise tag. Okay. Uh, we can't afford to miss him in the season. Sign 4-year deal. Fuller suspension's only 1 game. Yep. Marvin Harrison was. I know. Look, guys. I know there's comparisons, and there's been wide receivers that size. Totally get it. But with that said, it just takes one hit. Right. There's been a lot of small wide receivers that's failed. There's been some that did well. Marvin Harrison, Jackson from the Philadelphia Eagles. But there's been a lot of guys that failed as well. And it just scares me because I don't like injuries. Thoughts on Roy Robertson Harris defensive line? Thank you for the super chat, Travis Doyley. What do you think about this guy? I don't
Um,
know too much about him, man. I'm not going to lie.
I don't know a whole lot, but I mean, hey, we need some defensive line help. If he can come, relatively affordable, hey, take a flyer on him, 1 year contract. I'm all for like me, if I'm building my roster, and I'll tell you this, even if we have Boku dollars to spend, I'm giving players 1 to 2 year contracts. Because I want draft picks. I'm going to build my roster through drafting. And then, these 1 or 2 year contracts are your veterans. Hey, this is how you bring your team along and go from there. I like young teams that are hungry. So if he comes for a reasonable price, yeah, go ahead, take a flyer on him.
Should I be worried that we don't get no one in free agency? Absolutely not. I've been preaching this. You got to build through the Lions have failed this last organization by not having compensatory draft picks. We've not had one in 5 years. That's ridiculous. It's got to be the longest streak in the NFL because we always sign people in free agency and they don't generally pan out. Now you get some like that dude, the Marvin Jones, he panned out. Obviously, you get Nate Burleson, a Kyle Van de Bosch. Some of these guys pan out, but a lot of guys don't pan out, and it can hurt your team going forward. So I'm perfectly fine with it building through the draft. Sorry, guys, if I'm looking exhausted. I'm not feeling good at all.
Hey, Mike, we were 0 for 165 for
That's
compensatory picks.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, no doubt about people get injured all the time, regardless of your size. I'm 100% with it. With that said, it's a fact. If you are skinnier and you get hit, I played wide receiver. If you have a little meat on your bones, you can take the bumps. I've been hit in the middle a lot of times, and it's hard to get up when you get hit.
Oh, yeah.
Not at no NFL level, but it is still you go in the middle, you get smacked, it hurts. And my type of guy is I like to have a little more meat on the bone that can take that hit, more of a cushion.
Well,
He could
even
end up being fantastic, 100%, no doubt about it.
Well, even if you look at Calvin Johnson, he after a couple times going in that middle, he kind of was like, "No, I'll go down deep. I'll get them 50-50 balls. We could get somebody else to go get those intermediate routes."
Mhm.
Because I mean, he got hit a couple good times, and as a player, you kind of think about, okay, well, if I get hit this many times, is my career going to be long enough to where I can compete for a Super Bowl, or is my
Yeah.
career going to get cut short?
Troy says, "Do you guys say bad words?" Look, Pat Matricia, his real name is actually banned. That's a very bad word. Okay. Dion Lewis, that's a curse word, and I just said it on here. what is it? Who's Christian Jones? That's a bad word. I've said it on here. Never Lawson. That's a bad word. So yeah, we say bad words, but I like to prefer the bad words to leave Detroit when I say it. I play slot in college at 6'1", 195, and can be brutal across the middle. I know, man. Now I never played college. I played in high school, and dude, I was one of those guys that you get up and first down, right? When I do that, I'm saying, oh, like I'm really saying, like, God, that hurt, but I try not to show it. But God, dang, it hurt, man.
Oh,
you
yeah.
get smacked.
I used to play wide receiver and corner, so I used to be the one hitting and the one receiving the hits.
I tell you, one guy, I was so mad because I wasn't expecting. I was running my route, and this safety just hit me, and it just knocked me down. I was so mad. So in that next play, my whole thing was, I don't care where he's at. I'm going to just knock this dude. I just went straight, just slammed. You son of how'd you like that, you a-hole? Because that hurt, man.
Right.
It knocked me on my back. I lost my breath. So I was getting payback, man. That's some funny stuff, but it hurts. It hurts, but no doubt about it. There's been successful young ones, and I wish nothing but the best. And if the Lions draft him, of course, I'm gonna be rooting for this guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Were you sad when Matthew Stafford left me? To the no. I was happy with getting 2 first-round draft picks, 3rd-round draft pick, and getting a quarterback, Jared Goff. That's a great deal, man.
Like at first, like hearing that Matthew Stafford's not going to be, I was a little upset, but then I was like, well, okay, if we're going to lose him, I want 3 picks. I want 2 firsts and something else, and hey, we got technically 3 first-round draft picks because Jared Goff was a former number 1 overall draft pick.
Mm-hmm. Shaking my head. Okay, where you want Parsons? I don't think the Lions going to take Parsons. I do like Parsons. I think he's a good linebacker, unless they trade back. I tell you what, though, if they do take Parsons, I'm not going to be mad.
Yeah,
besides
I'm not going to be mad.
Sewell, he's my favorite non-quarterback in this draft. I think he's a freaking monster, man. I don't care what other people say. I think he's a beast, man.
Yeah.
Mike, take a shot of Jack Daniels. Oh man, I need to come and get this temperature. It's like it won't leave you, man. It's crazy.
Hey, some fireball, some eggnog, that'd do the trick.
Oh man, I'm burning up, man. Compare Goff college stats to this year's draft, and Goff would be off the board first. No, I really still think Trevor Lawrence is the first.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence would be first, but I mean, he would definitely compete for that second.
Yeah, very well. Yeah, I think Trevor Lawrence is a beast, man. Let's see. Are you convinced we trade away any of these poor contracts? No, unfortunately, we can't trade it away or cut because the dead cap is just brutal. And I'm talking about Trey Flowers and Vati Vaitai. Those are the 2 ones I'm talking about. It's just too brutal.
That's the 2 main ones, really.
Yep.
Bite the bullet for a year, maybe 2 years, and away they go, and more money comes our way.
Yeah. I think other players they could. It's crazy to think that that teams actually want Chase Daniel. If they trade him away for a half-eaten pizza, Brad Holmes is GM of the year.
Hey, give me a 7th. I'm good. Or some cap relief.
I love undrafted running backs, Kale. I had to check Tyler King out. I'm going to check him out because I really love the value of undrafted running backs. You can always get one that do well, man. These late running backs, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
They do well. And look at Robinson and Jacksonville. I said that earlier. They do well, man. And Bo Scarborough, 7th-round draft picks. I got to take a look at that guy. Big V and Flowers are not bad players. They may not be bad players, but their contract is terrible.
Yeah.
I mean,
they're overpaid for the production that they're getting.
What is Trask back? What about Trask as a backup? I'm not a fan of Trask. I know some other people like Kyle Trask. I'm not a fan of him. I'm gonna
tell you something real quick. Okay, anybody that rhymes with trash, no. I am not selecting that player. We got Matt Patricia, and yes, that is a curse word. My bad, Mike. but Matt Patricia, now you got Kyle Trask. Kyle Trash. I mean, a guy that gets benched in a bowl game. I don't care if your guys were there or your guys opted out of the bowl game. Show some heart. Show some heart. You didn't show heart. You got benched. I'm not drafting you.
Well, Trevor Lawrence is a one in a generational type of quarterback. So anyone that's compared to Trevor Lawrence's pro day is poor. The guy is going to be a phenomenal player unless he gets injured or something. And he is for the Jacksonville Jaguars, so maybe he booms out there. I'm not going to lie. I think Gallaudet resigns because he loves Detroit. I think he comes back. That would be odd. I think he's going to be a Baltimore Raven, though. Before I went live, that was the rumors as he was going to be a Baltimore Raven. They're close to a deal. I'm not sure if anything's happened since I've been live. I don't have anything on. Got me crying, laughing. Hey man, everyone's got different opinions. I don't know what one's making you laugh, but I'm a little out of it, so maybe I'm not seeing it as much as you guys right now. I'm like completely burning up. Been on for 2 hours while I'm burning up. That's how much free agency means. Okudah needs to help around him. Walker's nothing special without more help. This is interesting about the Walker situation because he did good year one. Patricia, he doesn't do that good year with Patricia. Did really not good at all. But was that Tracy Walker? Or was that the scheme? Not 100% sure, but I'm not confident in Tracy Walker right now.
See, I like Tracy Walker. So, like for me, I would at least keep him as long as I can, especially on a cheap contract for one. But, I would see what he has. Can he get back to that, that rising star type of level? If not, then, you cut bait and, hey, it was a wasted draft pick.
Folks, I've been on for nearly 2 hours and my temperature is just not coming down. I'm going to take some NyQuil and go to sleep. And that's it, man. I've been on for 2 hours. I've tried holding it out. But I appreciate everybody that came in here, hanging out and having a good time. Trox, appreciate jumping in, man. I can't wait to see your mock draft.
Oh, absolutely. Appreciate you for having me on, brother. I will be live today for some squeak basketball.
And, at 10?
10:30.
Okay, get on there, man. Check out the game. Have a good time. I can't wait for that mock draft, man.
Yeah, that's going to be Wednesday right after Necessary Roughness at 7 p.m. We'll go live for that, and then directly right after, we'll go live in for the what do you call it? Or unless you guys want to have the mock draft during Necessary Roughness, I think have somebody kind of.
I think you should just you could do that instead of Necessary Roughness. I think the mock draft will be legit, man. I think it's gonna be really cool.
Okay, so we'll have a special Necessary Roughness then.
Yeah, so mock draft Wednesday. Okay. At 7 p.m. EST. I can't wait to see it, man. This is going to be hot. I love mock drafts. And so I'm excited to see what Troxel comes up with. But I appreciate everyone coming out. Appreciate all the super chats. Travis Doyley. Hey, appreciate you, James Yoder from Chat Sports, stopping in. I'm not feeling that good. So I'm trying to do you guys good, man. But I'm out of it. But with that said, folks, I'm going to leave you with this. Adios.